Everybody, I am back here on this rainy day for the profits of geek culture, and I've got my Google Play pulled up, and you're probably wondering, Zod, why do you have your Google Play pulled up? Because on Comixology, I couldn't get this comic to review it, and I am going to review, and I've gotten the other issues ordered, a very popular book, a very popular series. It is called Batman Last Night on Earth. It is 2019 comic release, and it is from the great Scott Snyder. So, yes, this, not to confuse with Zack Snyder, Scott Snyder, I want to say is his brother, who coincidentally happens to make comic books. And, Scott and Zack Snyder actually coordinated on a lot of different issues, a lot of different projects. And this is DC's Black Label. So a lot of people don't know what Black Label is. They've heard it in the DCU, and they're wondering if like Black Label's a new thing for gritty content, and it's not. They're actually taking the idea from their comic book line, which is Black Label, and they're darker tales of characters. Some of them are Elseworlds tales. Some of them are in the main timeline, in the main story. But they all revolve around being a kind of an R-rated version for comics. So Last Night on Earth is the epic Batman saga. It is probably one of the best newer DC comics come out. This is right on the heels of the White Knight. So, and Heavy Metal. So let me just give you a little synopsis about this. We'll go through some pages, and I'll give you guys my overall thoughts. So, Bruce Wayne wakes up in Arkham Asylum, young, sane, and he was never Batman. So begins this sprawling tale of the Dark Knight as he embarks on a quest through the devastated DC landscape, featuring a massive cast of familiar faces from the DC universe. He tries to piece together the mystery of his past. He must unravel the cause of the terrible future and track down the unspeakable force that destroyed the world he knew. From the Powerhouse creative writing team of Scott Snyder, artist Greg Capullo, the team that reinvented Batman from emotional depths of the Court of Owls to the bombastic power of Dark Knight's metal. Batman from DC Black Label is proud to present the bi-monthly 3-issue miniseries Batman Last Night on Earth. This is issue number 1. So, yeah, let me just show you some pages, and then I'll kind of give you my take on this story. But this is a very dark story. As you can see, he's got Joker that he's traveling with, essentially Joker's head. And there's all sorts of appearances. Wonder Woman looks a little bit different. There's an alternate timeline, so she looks different. Batman's kind of traveling in this wasteland. And, yeah. So, you know, there's a lot of different cool stuff here. Let me just go back. Yeah, so, basically, Green Lantern's there. But yeah, so let me just show you guys kind of where they wake up. So, in this timeline, Batman never became Batman. And he's kind of like woken up in Arkham Asylum, where he's been essentially cured. And he is no longer the Batman. Now, this storyline coincides with the DC Metals arc, where DC Metal was like an alternate timeline, alien tech that it was a powerful, like, interdimensional being, and it kind of screwed things up as far as timelines go. And certain events within the DC universe, you can see them all here, they never happened. Or they happened in a different way. So, like Wonder Woman, you can see she shaved her head. She got all messed up. The mascara is mascara is gone. Yeah, it's a lot of in-depth stuff. I can't cover the whole book, and I really don't want to get a ding on it, but yeah, it's some crazy stuff. It's a very interesting take, and the first part of the book is what Bruce would be like not having ever been Batman. And then it kind of goes into this thing where the suit is calling to him, the urge of being Batman is calling to him, the timelines are merging, things are very wrong within the universe, and it's a really great story. And this is issue number 1. It kind of kicks things off, and along the way he finds a disemboweled Joker, or disfigured. I don't know. They cut off his head. I haven't read much or why Joker is in a decapitated state, and even more importantly, how he's alive. But towards the end of this issue, Batman and Joker, or Joker's head, are traveling across this wasteland to try to find a piece of this metal to bring them back. Now, if you follow DC Metal, in it, Joker comes back, and it's a version of the Joker from the future who has seen everything that's happening now in Last Night on Earth, and he's reassembled himself, and he's come back, and he sees himself now as a hero trying to save the day, because essentially he is, because he knows what's going to happen, and that Batman is going to be the one that essentially brings the doom of humanity. And this is Bruce Wayne's journey into trying to stop himself because of his curiosity. He kept this alien metal, which eventually led to this gateway being open with these interdimensional beings coming in and ripping through essentially DC's timeline. I love the artwork. I love the vibrant colors. I like the way that everything is highlighted. They do very gory stuff, but it's not overly done with the blood. It's really just the imagery and the way they frame everything that makes these panels and scenes really terrifying. I've seen a lot of gory comics where they like rip someone's face off or something like that. I'll cover The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. But each artist has their way of conveying a sort of horrifying scene. Scott doesn't let like blood drip or stuff like that, but the way he shows things, and he shows jarring panels to where you kind of don't know how you got from point A to point B. It's a very intriguing book. A little confusing in the beginning, so this is a book, if you get issue 1, you want to start out with 1, but you kind of want to get 1, 2, and 3, because it'll be very confusing if you do not have the rest of the story. As you go into issue 2 and issue 3, more of the story comes into perspective, and it all starts to come together of how you got from point A to point B. They kind of backtrack. They show different perspectives. I think the next issue is centered around Harley Quinn, and then the last one is centered around the Joker, and they all converge together to make The Last Night on Earth. So it's a really great story. Go and check it out. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're new to the Prophets of Geek Culture, then why are you waiting? Hit the subscribe button. This has been your friendly villain, Mr. General Zod from the DC side of things. You know, in the comments below, list me some comics you'd like to get my reviews on. Tell me, is there more stuff you want me to talk about in these reviews? Anyways, thank you very much. And as always, you guys stay safe in these corona times. Ah, 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 ah.